I'm against the idea that social media is good for society. Though I agree of some point of the opponent such as accessing information. It's easy with social media, but we have the dark side of social media because we have a lot of reason to say that social media is bad for society. First of all, I want to talk about the anxiety. Because social media cause anxiety, we recognize or not and we compare. We compare ourselves with other people. Then we see their photos and tweets. And when we see that they are more successful than us or more beautiful than us, we just think that our lives has to value or we think we are less success in our life. It does not answer with anxiety, but social media push children on a higher risk of eating disorders, depression, and also low self-esteem. Another point that I want to talk about is a survival. And it's become more easier with social media because you can do it and you don't have to share your face and name when you believe somebody, and it's bullying include aggressive or create message public comments. They can share your mail, created created photos on the effects of bullying is injured anger, the isolation, the depression, the illness and emulation. And the person who will it feel worthless, this increase the high risk of suicides. This is the reason we have to see the dark side of social media. Another thing about social media is we waste our time. We always use the social media in free time. If we have to do some task such as going to school or work in the situation, we use social media and effects of school performance of productivity on work. Then we just check all social media accounts. It takes 20 to 25 minutes to return origin test. It can take 2 hours to focus the original test task again. At this point, we have to recognize that we become addicted to social media and the addiction is affects brain same as alcohol addiction. There are no difference between the effects and we have to understand that social media can be an addiction because we use it. And we also to control the time we use. So we just sit and look of seeking for hours and we don't understand that it give us a real permanent damage. Social media is bad. We we don't recognize that we are edited, and I would say some of us use it while driving, while walking, and it can cause some accident. Another thing is we over about ourselves, and it is bad for our society because every time, everywhere we share account ourselves, we are in birthday party or somewhere, it become easier to the strangers to find, connect, and find to use it. They can be criminals and they can find your picture at the same time. It's easier to find you, and it can be is used for identity test. We have to think about twice, then we gonna share all the info about us because it's very important. Another thing I want to say, it's a misinformation because especially on Twitter, people usually believe the fake news because text news seems like more novelness and they are more surprising, and they want to share, save their friend they want to have, and to have this freedom, and somebody say that is not true. They don't believe it, or they don't interested anymore. Another thing is negative impact on face-to-face interaction. Decrease all quality and connection interaction. Because we have to talk face-to-face at the same points. We have to look at the people at the eye. Because the tentative emotion when we were typing on the social media, 22% of use social media or texting during meals. When we hang out with our friends, we check all the social media accounts or phones in our hands, and we don't want to put them away. We want to connect with the phone, and it decrease in our language circle because the language you use when you're speaking face to face, and language you use when you type of comments or share something is different. It's different. We always use the same words, or we shorten the verse, and we just forget how to speak face to face. Speak face to face. I want to add that social media effects on our sleep quality. The blue lights that smartphones give off trick our brain. We think that this is the D type, and it keeps us awake. And also we delay sleeping for checking accounts when we go to the bed. We don't prefer sleeping. We want to see more people on the internet. We don't have to necessarily sleep. I want to finish it here in conclusion. We recognize that social media can be so much, and be vigilant at all the times.